Any goddamn thing when a nigga did.
I don't know if BRP will be a thing at that time. If it is, if it is, you already know what time it is, and if it isn't, somebody would have to find the password.
We got a good chance.
Somebody would need to find a dust off the StreamYard.
You figure. All right.
Welcome back to BRP, y'all. Nobody knows.
What we up against?
Well, let's see. Well, hold up. Without saying any names.
No, we ain't. We up against about 2.
I mean, we're talking 70.
Possibly.
It's 70 at this point. It's like I don't want to say nothing, but I mean, you never. It's closer to than it's not.
Yes.
You think it's enough to where we would be around?
Yeah. Anything is possible. What now? We pop champagne with them niggas.
What if we wasn't around? We'd have to reunite, right?
And pop champagne.
We would have to. Everybody would have to get decked out.
Yeah, facts. And new colors.
New
colors.
Dust off the silkscreen depresses. Dust off the hoodie.
Get my gold back.
There you go. Shouts to Creek. Creek said it's official. He let y'all know it's BRP crew neck and hoodie season. It's just
hoodie season, man. We
look.
This is the problem that I have, right? Shout out to Creek. I still got a head I gotta send Creek. I still got heads that gotta go out. That's a whole other story. But I've been seeing a lot of motherfuckers doing their merch and
there's a lot of merch out there.
But it ain't good.
I mean, that's true as well.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? And you put your name on this?
A lot of people don't know.
Stop playing. I got a lot of kids running around here, man.
Nah, Creek. The thing is like I sent this man a message the other day. Like it's kind of just like we all kind of be in the same thought process without really even realizing it.
The same hyperbaric chamber.
Piece of twine, 609 Mercer County in the building. You already know.
We still got fucking. I still got to do the fucking
the
dogs and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna wear that. If it didn't feel like it was gonna be cold, I probably would be wearing that one. But
yeah, I gotta find mine.
What's
going on with you, man?
Me?
Yeah. What the fuck is up with you?
Me?
Nigga?
What? Nothing. It's something. You know what it is? It's really just trying to track all this wrestling,
which is a task in itself. Like that's a whole thing. Like that's a job in itself.
No, it is a job, and that's why it's when there she is. When we're trying to figure salute with me.
Hi y'all.
This nigga here.
How y'all doing today?
You sure?
That. Look at
why I got to go in the bottom?
No, Mimi.
No, you. Matter of fact, that makes sense here.
Mimi came on showing 75 teeth.
You know, this is my favorite time of the week.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Because all this pro wrestling conversation that we've been soaking in.
Yeah.
It stinks.
Yeah.
Does it?
It fucking stinks, man.
No, it's well.
I'm gonna tell you why I think it stinks.
It's too much pro wrestling.
I'm old. I'm old and I don't like anybody or anything. And I feel like I don't like the people that I don't like are speaking and I hate them. People are
even more.
I hate these people. And I start to hate you when you start to listen to these people. You know what I'm saying? So I got to relax. I'm sorry, Cal.
No, I'm trying like. So because you hate the people that's talking,
pretty much.
But it's still info that's coming out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me dial back hate, because I know it's a lot of people that watch this show. And take a lot of things that say to heart.
Me.
With your humming ass. Oh, humming ass.
It was a level. You could keep it a little lower. You just turn it a little lower.
So when I see, like I saw. I'm not even going to talk about the New York guy. I'm not going to talk about that guy, because that nigga is just disgusting. I don't really fuck with him. And when I saw my man's pop up with him, I felt the way, but I'm gonna let my man slide on it.
Okay.
But when I read something, I think it was this morning from Dave Messler, and he was talking about how somebody said something, and then he commented on how AEW didn't drop the ball on. I know I'm jumping into something.
No, you can.
AEW didn't drop the ball on X, Y, and Z, and I feel like this is only coming because of who it is.
Who is it?
Who is you?
I feel like it's only coming about because of who they're talking about. They're like, no, nobody dropped the ball on this. This motherfucker got many a chance and had too much of a chance to do anything. If you know the truth we're talking about.
I don't know what we
argue.
Oh,
you saw it. Fucking.
I didn't see the tweet. No, well, the thing is, I've been in the news. I ain't been on the Twitter. What?
Slushler. Dave Messler.
Dave Messler.
Dave Schlussler.
Yeah, you got it, Vaughn. But yeah, the takes that they have make me hate them more. And hate is a strong word, but
I mean, I guess we could probably save Jade conversation for when we get into the show. But I mean, there's a lot of that though. I mean, that's
why.
That's why what?
That's why I hate him.
Him or the game? Because it ain't just him.
That too.
There's a lot of hymns. There's a couple cats that may have surpassed him, low key.
Him.
But it's still, but everybody still digs into a mess bag.
Yeah, it starts in the mess.
You see what I'm saying? Like
CM Punk was on mess.
I don't care how.
Was on meth?
Mess.
I know what you said.
This is why I don't nobody fuck with it. But anyway.
Meals, that's an interesting question. Meals, I see your question. We'll get into that. Actually, we'll get into some questions before we get into the show. But anyway, keep going.
Like, even the people that may be reputable, they still dig into that scumbag lane to try to fill the void with the people who need their scumbag fix, if that makes sense.
Did you ever? This is going to sound like it's so off topic, but did you ever hear this? Like, do you know how TMZ works?
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about the scoops that they get, like being able to be the first person to be like, "Yo, Michael Jackson did." Like, do you realize like the red tape you have to jump over to be able to be like, yo, I got proof that Michael Jackson dead. Most of the time, there's one piece I read a while ago. Most of the time, it's just putting money in the right person's hand.
Correct.
In LA and Hollywood, it's easy to, I was going to say taxi drivers, there's probably more Ubers, but you're talking ambulance, hospital workers, whatever, kind of like cops who were down to like slide police records on the side and things like that. Like they're like, if you want to get the real scoops, you gotta get in the mud and start throwing some paper around. That's just kind of how the game is played, unfortunately.
So
I heard Harvey, because he was a former prosecutor.
was-
That's how he gets his in. And as
Yeah.
you said,
There's a lot of that in there. Yeah.
So where do you draw? There's no line with them.
No.
Yeah.
That's the fuck shit.
I think like they're about getting the scoop before anybody else, and getting as much info as possible. So you have to be a certain level of scummy to get down like that.
Let me test their scumbaggery.
Okay.
And when Harvey dies, if he dies in a car crash, and I don't want to put that, are they going to report it first?
I'll
Probably.
say this
For respect, for his family.
For respect.
Yes.
I feel like he would be pissed if he died in some fiery car crash or whatever, and it wasn't up on TMZ first.
Yeah.
He would be pissed if the site that he put blood, sweat, money, and tears into didn't get the scoop of their life on the owners passing away before Us Weekly or whoever else.
Right.
I believe that main man dies in some horrific accident.
I gotta watch.
They're contacting the family first and going through those channels first. Unlike Kobe, unlike Mike Jackson, unlike the numerous people, I guess PNB Rock, all the shit that they report on Nipsey when you're showing the fucking videos and shit like that. There's no couth.
I'm gonna say it may depend on where it happens. If it happens in LA, I'm going to assume that at some point either some paparazzi or ambulance person or somebody is going to be in that TMZ network and they connect like, yo, I think this is Mr. Levin's car, whatever, Harvey Levin, whatever his name is. This is Harvey Carr, I think. So you might want to get the info on that. It just seems like it's too big. But if it's outside of that LA Hollywood network or wherever TMZ most, like if it was in Wyoming or something, it may be a more local news, local authorities, privacy until we get all the facts on the situation. This conversation took
it's scumbag shit though, Cam.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and I say that because just like you know how we've been 6 years doing this.
Yeah.
There are, and I'm not trying to, pat Barry Horowitz, but at this point, there are Black pro wrestlers who, when they're getting the word out for their shows and whatnot, they hit nuts just because they know what we do.
Right.
I'm going to assume that if the dude that made TMZ a thing at the time of his demise, if it's in the place where somebody knows what time it is, they're gonna hit their connect like, hey, this is on me. Main man's is it's the game.
What I don't like is the repetitiveness of it.
In regards to what?
Any kind of news dropping.
Oh, in terms of just like the conversation being the same conversation from every source,
outlet, breaking news, as reported on. What I don't like is everybody want that, like if you don't get the credit for dropping it first. I feel like news is news. I've never been why do I have to be the first one to do it? I was the first one to do it in a content creator type space.
Right.
Not necessarily news space.
Giving somebody a certain look for an interview or I feel you.
Or starting a trend. I think that's a bit more impactful than I said it first. It came from my account first.
It's kind of hard to break news.
Right.
Yeah, because everybody's
it's not really breaking.
Well, the thing is Ryan Satin came from TMZ. That makes sense. That's
Ryan Satin.
He was at Fox. He was at Fox Sports for a bit. I want to say he may have just left recently. I think he announced that he may be freelancing.
For president?
What?
I don't know who the fuck this is.
Maybe he running for Jack Tunney's position. No, that's what I said.
Well, he had Ryan Satin had a whole network
Mhm.
at one point. Yeah, he had a whole network. He started. I forget the name of it.
Connects.
I used to watch it a lot, and then I just lost it. at
Black
one
guy?
point. No,
No,
Ryan Satin. You know Ryan Satin. If you see him, you know who we're talking about.
I don't know why I said that.
I would.
Well, and talking about this is what I was going to say. This is when the key to the conversation becomes
That's right.
getting the proper source, and a lot of the times that can change. I mean, if you're talking about something in a pro wrestling space, I think there's certain spots you're going to go to for official word, some more credible than others. But if we're talking like national crime or national like you want to if you're not going to like the Associated Press or Reuters or something, like a spot that's going to be giving you the news and not a take on the news, then you're really doing yourself an injustice. Or I mean, there are a lot of places that are a little more in the middle than others, but yeah, you don't want to. I don't think anybody should be solely consuming their news from any place that is firmly planted in one spot. And I'm even talking about if you're a fan of professional wrestling, especially when it comes to like black people, black pro wrestlers, the culture. I would love if your only source is Black Rasslin, trust me.
Right.
But I totally understand if you want to hit up Black Rasslin, Black Announce Table, A Show, a Hardy Wrestling Podcast, wherever you want to go and get your Joppa Tea, wherever you want to go and get your news, because people should be delivering things in different ways. And I think that's the problem we're seeing is a lot of outlets are kind of just, what was it, Lil Tay?
Mm-hmm.
It was the little post hits the Instagram, and all of a sudden, every site is taking that one post as law and saying that this little girl and her brother died. People saying in a car accident or whatever. Didn't know nothing from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
A day later, it comes out that it was a hoax.
Who the fuck is Lil Tay?
Lil Tay was the little Asian girl from Canada who was cussing people. She was 8 years old. This was like 6-7 years ago. No,
she got.
It was Lil Fina. She'd be like, y'all broke asses. Y'all ain't got no money and more money than me.
Oh, shorty that had the stack.
She had the stack. She was standing on the whips and whatnot. She ended up getting in trouble though because her mama was a real estate agent, and they said she was flexing in the houses that her mama was supposed to be real estate.
Oh shit!
She was
cribs.
That's fact. Real estate. It's again, like I said, it's really tough to break news.
It is. It is very hard to break news.
So if you're not, and a lot of breaking news is talking to people, whether it's interviews, sources around situations, multiple sources if you can, because getting the word from one person or a couple of people, especially in the world of pro wrestling where there may be angles and agendas and whatnot, you gotta get the story from a couple of people and then try to figure out what makes sense. But like Creek said, believe nothing you see and half of what you hear.
That's right.
But waffle fry, yo.
Yeah, who the fuck is that?
Who's waffle fry, yo? Anyway, I was not expecting a media
conversation.
Actually, we're all here, and because we got some stuff to talk about during the show, but there was news that dropped today. Shouts out to Darius Lockhart and the rest of the people behind Ashay.
Ashay.
Did y'all see this?
Yes.
Did y'all see? Mimi was hyped. Mimi, I don't know if we could play the video.
I feel like we can.
It's music.
Because this is kind of the home of Darius Lockhart, isn't it?
Facts.
Darius Lockhart is family. It was maybe going on 3 years since we last had him on the podcast.
Just
Shouts
saying.
They're factual. He is family. I don't recall what the music was though.
It was like two different songs. And one of them did come up in YouTube. I don't know if the gods would try and strike us down. I mean, we're lucky we got super chats on right now. But Shay, actually, hold up. I don't know if y'all can really see this, but Lockhart curates new flavor for pro wrestling. This press release dropped earlier today. Essentially, Darius Lockhart he's the brainchild that's listed as this new independent organization out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Their first show is going to be going on December 1st at the Grady Cole Center. It's hard to say what the matches are going to be, but they did list the likes of Jonathan Gresham, Trisha Dora, Kevin Knight, Aja Kong, and D'Lo Brown being in the house, as well as I hope I'm not butchering this person's name. I've never heard of him before, but Dreamville artist and Charlotte native. Is it Luke?
Yeah.
Luke performing live at the show as well.
Wu-Tang.
I didn't know if it was Luke. There was no,
Wu-Tang,
you know what I mean, over the East, so I didn't know. But the video, I mean, they're putting on for the city. Oh shit! Shouts to the super chat. Shouts to Body More Bottle. You already know. Hold up. You already know the vibe. You already know. Gang. You already know. Piece of the super chats in the building. Now, it's dope to see. Because we haven't seen. We were recently talking about not really seeing Darius Lockhart for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. He was on. Well, we ran into him at WrestleMania.
Right.
We saw him at WrestleMania just
briefly, yeah.
So passing by, and I recall him having a conversation when he was on with us and trying to get something started. He was very vague when he was talking about it, and he was saying we're working on something. So
facts.
Possibly this was it. Like to see where it goes, because he's always talking about representing the people.
Yeah, revolutionary.
And that aesthetic was definitely full representation.
All over.
Full representation.
It was the city. It was the people. And it wasn't just like, it wasn't just one type of black. Like if you know Darius Lockhart, he represents for everybody. The spectrum of black folks. So it's dope to see that it's also very inclusive. Again, it's, when We Love Wrestling is hitting you up on the side like, yo, December 1st in Charlotte, it's going to be a situation. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's you may want to start following them. It's ASEWrestling.com, but it's not ASE, it's Ashay is how it's officially pronounced. Go check out D-Lock Pro on the Twitters or X or whatever the hell you call it, and get more information.
Have you got comfortable saying X yet?
No, I don't say it. I don't call it X.
Twitter? Ain't the address still Twitter?
It depends.
No. Oh, it depends.
Some people I see, because like there's some chats I'll be in, like the group chats where like one person will send an X link and the next person will send a Twitter link.
Really?
So
Twitter yesterday. I
don't know if it's device dependent or what, but because all that shit ain't all sorted out yet anyway.
Of course not.
I only acknowledge this.
It'll be sorted out when the motherfuckers start charging.
Well, no, it'll be a wrap. They said that the other day, right? They said at some point, how much could he get you for?
None.
What if he said it would? What if Elon Musk said pay to one?
Nope.
Is he gonna pay it back?
Pay to one.
Is it tax refundable?
Right.
Am I getting this money back?
$12, or it'd probably be whatever they want to tax it at 12.
I don't. This shit was free.
That's right.
For a while.
That's not my fault that your advertisers don't mess with you no more.
You know what's funny? It was free, and then he bought it, and the reason he wants to wall it off is because he don't want people to access the wealth of tweets and information that's there.
Correct.
That's all it is.
I don't understand that, because on like content creators can't monetize on Twitter.
Right.
The only way that they can monetize is if they have people subscribe to their accounts or give them tips. So I'm just trying to understand, what is he talking about?
Well, think of the discourse that's happened on Twitter since Twitter started. Think of how much the world. Again, I mentioned Michael Jackson. I followed that story on Twitter, or the dude that landed the plane in New York on the water and shit. Like there were like early big Twitter moments and I would assume DMs and all like that. He owns. There's so much information, and a lot of this started coming out with the Chat GPT stuff, because he didn't want Google and other people trying to mine that. That was what it all was. He didn't want them mining that, because the talk was Google and everybody scraping the internet to then feed it to the AI machines to try and make the AI machines give you the best. So in 20 years, when you're on your phone trying to order some chicken or whatever, you talking to a fucking bot. They keep talking to Diane or whatever, trying to get you the chicken. But it's all controlling. It's really just trying to control it. At the end of the day, he wants it to be like that app over. I believe it's in China. Is it WeChat? It's like it's an all-in-one app. I saw a bootleg sneaker guy who be over in China on YouTube, and he had the app, and he would just straight up hold his phone up to a Yami like it was the card with the chip on it and make the payment. But like he could then get in his phone and start chatting and shit. Yeah, that's his plan for Twitter at a certain point, is making it a bank app.
You're not getting my money. You're not going.
Yeah,
you're not doing my money.
Never bank.
He already got your content.
I would never bank with Twitter.
He tried it. Wait,
that's
y'all.
like your rush card.
Wait, oh my God, we really so off the rails right now. But y'all didn't hear. Y'all don't know what like why he's so obsessed with X.
Sorry, that was mean. I'm sorry.
Y'all don't know why X?
Porn.
No. Back in. Because you know Elon Musk had a little play in PayPal, being electronic banking has always been his thing, and 20-some years ago, 20-some years ago, his play was X.com, which was supposed to be electronic banking, literally just throwing your money into there, doing everything. He was trying to do this back then. He had I want to say he had the URL, he had the stuff, he let it go, the stuff it kind of died. He bought it back. That was the thing, he bought it back and has been waiting to spring his idea for X on people. And Twitter, the functionality of Twitter being the public square, the open public square or whatever, is a very big appeal to then be able to be like, oh boom, advertiser, oh boom, pay for it through the app, do everything through the app. I think he wants to take it past Facebook. I think that's the plan anyway, without getting too
Here's what I don't like about those types of plans. I feel like, and maybe it's a SEC type situation. I don't know why they can't all come together and just because when you do it solely like that, oh yeah, now you see how I was feeling before. I feel listening to that music. Okay. So
I'm not humming.
I feel like when they start doing the solo thing and start swimming in their own lanes and not allowing people to collaborate with them, so that it feels a little bit more. And it could be a situation where you put two crazy ass minds together and it could create something more than what it is. I feel like when you start isolating yourself and start coming up with these ideas, you become manic. And when you become manic, that's how people are more like this. They don't want to deal. I don't why would you think that I would want to put my money on Twitter? What I do is, if I see an ad either on Twitter or Instagram, I don't buy it in the Instagram store. I don't buy it.
Yeah, you got to click on that.
I open it up in Safari. I even send the link to myself on the computer so I can see. I need to see.
I got a link I got to hit when we done tonight.
You know what I mean? Like I can't. I don't understand. I think he's manic. I think Zuckerberg is manic. All of them are manic.
Well, there have been. I mean, I don't know what his situation is, but there have been. If you read, I want to say it was Rolling Stone. They did a big piece on Elon over the last couple of months, and they talk about some of those aspects, and a lot of that is based off of what people are saying. He, what he does socially. What he gets into socially. But
have babies.
I mean, I'm talking more like recreational, but
have babies.
Yeah,
you got bad kids.
Dude,
that man has mad kids. Every time
he's got a couple kids.
Pregnant. What? And mad baby mamas. Yes.
What's the name? Grimes is one of his is one of the baby mamas.
Vic
and then how many kids does this man have?
I didn't know.
11.
He's
got 11 children. He's got 4 or 3 ex-wives, and then he was with Grimes for 3 years. Yeah, 11. No, I'm sorry. 2 ex-wives. He married the one lady twice. My fault. Yeah, it says Wikipedia says 11.
Yo, that marrying somebody twice tells you them bitches crazy.
They got divorced in 2012 and remarried the next year.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just going by what Wikipedia said. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Did she have, how many of the 11 do she got?
Hold up.
Yo, 11 kids is crazy.
I didn't get to that part of Wikipedia. Hold up. Wait, all right. So this says he had one of the children pass away. He has 10 surviving children.
Damn,
his first wife, their first child passed away at 10 weeks old. They had twins in 2004 because she after the child passed away.
Bro.
Hold up. After the first child passed away, they used IVF. They first had twins, and then they had triplets right after that. So that's 5 babies with the first wife, and they divorced maybe like 2 years after the triplets were born.
Was this
then
Yeah,
he been lit.
Right? He been lit. He been lit for a minute since PayPal. Think of how long you've been using PayPal.
He got money from PayPal. He got money from PayPal. Millions.
PayPal ain't really start jamming until the 2000s, right?
What had happened was the people who bought it and put it on that level, they bought it from him. So they gave him a nice chunk of change.
Who he buy it from? Because I know he ain't come up with it.
He created it, right? He's in
No. Famously, they say that Elon Musk hasn't really created anything.
Yeah.
Apparently,
even the technology he didn't create.
Exactly. He will modify and has ideas about stuff, but he has chicken and he buys into it. If I'm not mistaken, there are people that made PayPal and he bought into it.
Hey, yo, I thought you were saying he had some chicken.
No. He pulled up with that Raw Farms bag, and I saw on Instagram. Wait, hold up. Raw Farms got a deal, a $20 deal.
Yeah, that's like 6 pieces.
The shit says 6 it says 6 tenders, a family size of fries, and a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper. $20.
I'm trying to tell you.
What?
Let me see if I can find it.
Check
Royal Farms.
I don't know if Zell gonna know. You go to Royal Farm and say, "Yo, give me the chicken tender sandwich."
What?
They gonna give you 2 pieces of Texas toast. They slap the chicken tenders on the wall. You pick your cheese, you pick your toppings.
Pick your cheese.
I'll throw some motherfucking barbecue sauce on that bitch with the pepper jack, and then put coleslaw on the whole.
That shit don't make no sense.
What?
There's no way this is a deal.
I was in Royal Farm sleep.
Off some Texas toast.
I gotta have that one the next time we go. We gotta have that the next time we go.
Off that fucking Texas toast. Hold on, look at this shit. Look at this shit.
What?
Tucker's Tenders meal, 6 tenders, family fries, and a 2-liter Dr. Pepper for $19.90. I saw the video on IG, and he was like, "That ain't no deal, Tucker."
For real, That's what I was about to say.
Nah, that ain't
Get
no
Tucker out of here. That ain't
Ain't
no
no
deal,
deal.
Tucker.
Look,
$20.
Look at Zell. Look what Zell said.
Wait, what's
What did he say?
Zell at?
I get the.
He
tender
said, "I get the
sub.
tender sub."
Tried to tell you. You go in Royal Farm and you gonna live like you gonna pay.
What do you ask him?
Sleep. It's gonna put you sleep.
Do you
It's good
ask
chicken.
him? You say, give me a tender sub, and they just know what you they know what you want.
You know it's all on the screen.
Yes, you go
It
on the
said-
screen.
It says tender sub on the screen, or you just say, give me a hero. You put the tenders on a hero.
What the fuck is a hero?
I knew you was
A
gonna say
hero is cold cuts. It's a sub
it's a
with
sub.
cold cuts.
You put it on a sub.
that. It's
Called a hero. It's called a hero up north.
Shelly Belly
What's
said
a
Matthew
sub
lied.
here? A sub.
Yo.
A sub sandwich.
Let me tell you about some gas station. Was that gas? It was Royal Farm started at a gas station, right?
Mm-mm.
Did it?
Mm-mm.
It was
Yo.
so banging it created a gas station. It's like
it
Wawa.
it was a standalone. It was like Haas or 7-Eleven.
Tucker's tenders.
For those outside of 410, 11
Limb.
is 11.
Correct. Thank you.
So wait,
Tucker's tenders.
yo, Mississippi gas station fried chicken.
Mississippi.
He got a
Southern gas station chicken.
Gas station chicken, maybe. Gas station fried chicken, may be the name of it.
No frill. No, not a brand. Just straight up fried chicken.
How does that work?
Let me tell you something right now.
shit.
I don't even understand
Look.
How does that
what this
work?
ingredient is. And literally, I stopped to go to the ATM
Everyone.
because
After
in
everyone.
Mississippi, they have these random ass banks, you know, and the Bank of America is way yonder. So I needed cash. I wanted cash. So I stopped and I got some cash. And I said, you know, I went to the little rinky-dink ATM, paid my little $12 fee.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? You know? It was Sheets ain't even doing it. Sheets ain't even doing it.
What the? Oh, sheet. What is sheets?
Sheets breakfast.
Sheets.
I wish my cousin was here.
So wait, listen. I go in there and I'm
Sheets?
like, oh,
Okay.
let me get a Coke. And then I was like,
Chicken.
this is chicken?
Like a nigga.
Nothing, just straight the gray, you know, the gray. And I smell it and I'm like, the gray and the little window. And I said, this chicken? She was
And
like,
what-
yes.
Sheets.
I said, well, they don't even have a menu.
What was it? Just chicken. Like you get chicken and bread.
Sheets.
And the bread is soft as a baby's body.
Sheets.
Baby from down 9th Street.
Oh my God.
Wow,
And yo, I said,
Wow.
can I get how much is a 4-piece? She
The
said
sheets?
$3.
like $3.49, some shit.
Wow,
I said, you know what? Can I get a dozen pieces? And can I pick what I want? Because I don't really like breasts. I like thighs, legs, and wings. So I got all of that. Yo, I said, because I had been working all day. I didn't even tell y'all the whole situation of me moving my son into his new townhouse.
you was
or whatever.
moving him in.
Mimi was
moving him in,
Mimi
and
was
I
stressed that
stopped
whole
and
week.
we
That's
got
how I
some
know.
cash.
Already in.
No, they was at the place cleaning up, and I was like, let me go. We hadn't eaten all day. So I said, I needed cash because I had some cleaning people come in and I needed cash to tip them. So when I stopped, I was like, let me get them some snacks. And I saw the chicken and I was like, oh, yo, I got in the car and I said,
You smelled it.
I'm just going to have a wing.
Lying.
3 wings for $8.
That's normal.
Little wings or big wings?
Shit was
Yo,
fire.
I went back into the fucking place.
Give me 12
Mimi
more.
said,
All of it.
run me some more of that chicken.
12 more.
What? Yo,
Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag.
When I came in and fed them boys, it was 3 of them.
That gas
Gone
station-
in 12 minutes.
That's
that
fat.
gas
I was
station
like,
fried
y'all didn't know
chicken.
that this place, they were like, Miss Mimi, we went there like once or twice, like after going to their little bar place with their little $3 pitchers. And we went there one time and we were like so high, like it was so good. We thought it was because we were high that it was so good.
What the fuck is cookout?
Chicken is, I don't understand.
That is fried. That's the soul of our ancestors in that chicken.
What?
That they fry, that they got the fresh sprinklings, whatever the hell they battering them whores up.
Oh my God. And it tastes it doesn't taste manufactured. It's
that's soul.
Where the
There's
fuck
soul in there.
Where's cookout?
That's you ain't going no cookout, man.
Oh, no, I don't like cookout. Cookout.
It's the best milkshakes, like
and a good fries.
I ain't never had it.
By state.
Nah,
Good fries.
you
this shit ain't even nowhere near me.
You tripping, Cal? Yeah, it's called cookout. Ain't nothing upstate remind you of cookout.
Cookout. I be grilling.
No,
have y'all gone to Zaxby's?
I ain't never been to Zaxby's.
I never.
Me and fam was just talking about that.
Zaxby's wings are good.
Yeah, I watched that one episode of Atlanta, the barbershop episode. He had a whole leftover thing of Zaxby's, and that shit must have been good because Paperboy said, "Nah, put that shit in the microwave. Give me that Zaxby's." Mods get Royale and Mimi out of here. Cookout is amazing.
Dry ass nuggets.
Go on a road
but
trip.
the fries are good. Raisin Cane, I will say.
I heard of Raisin Cane.
I was on the timeline. Raisin Cane, but Royal Farms tenders are better than Raisin Cane.
It's undefeated.
Yes.
Royal Farms is because it's real chicken.
Yes.
It's real. The wings this big.
Good.
Oh, it's not steroid chicken.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's real chicken. So you're like, oh, this is a real chicken. This Purdue.
Right.
This from Purdue.
Do they got? Because I guess it's got to be. I mean, I've been down there. There's got to be some chicken farms out there. They just got like a whole deal with.
Of course, you know the South. I believe.
Bust them in.
Yes.
Yeah, facts.
Already
flambéed. The way they frying this bird.
You got to ship them whores in. Chicken delivery every day.
Every day.
Tripping.
The chicken's made there.
Yeah. Well, it's fried there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see.
Yeah, it's a big ass. It looked like Gus's from freaking Breaking Bad.
Jesus, Gus's.
The big ass Los Pollos Hermanos.
Right.
Where he was cooking up. That's what they throwing the chicken in.
Gus's is the best, in my opinion, is the best hot chicken.
Hold on, who's Gus's? I meant Gus from
actually
Breaking Bad.
Hattie B's is probably better than Gus's.
No,
Gus's is better than Hattie B's.
This one you made me so trapped.
Hot chicken.
Oh, hot chicken.
It's hot chicken. So I went in New Orleans. It was around this time. It was my girlfriend's birthday. We went down there for her 40th birthday, and there was a fried chicken festival.
Nah, that's crazy. That's
all
like
right.
Freaknik for niggas who like chicken.
Before we get into the episode, I wanted to
hold on. I had one more place.
Which one?
Horse and Dickies.
Where's that?
You still talking about chicken?
I ain't never been to no Horse and Dickies. Where's that?
Me neither.
Man, check this out. Mimi, you was in DC.
Uh-huh.
You lived in DC.
Horse and Dickies.
Horse and Dickies. Yeah.
I don't remember.
For those of you that don't understand what I'm saying, I am saying Horace.
Horace?
No.
Yeah, Horse and Dickies.
I don't remember.
Horace and Dickies.
Be the hood. Used to be in the hood. One of them is it's a gentrified area now. They closed it. The second one is like on borderline. It's in Tacoma Park. Shelly Belly gotta know.
Hand.
It's nigga, they would put your it's fish, and I'll always get fish. It is chicken there if I'm not mistaken. They would a sandwich, a fish sandwich
The world famous.
There's a piece of it was on Man versus Food. This how fucking crazy it is.
Oh, word.
Is a piece of white bread, 19 pieces of fish, and then a piece of white bread on top of it. That's the sandwich. Horse and Dickies. I'm telling you, it was the best. Me and Gene Cena went down there.
Shoot some Gene Cena. Piece of Gene Cena. Forever piece of Gene Cena.
That's my boy right there.
That's a body made by Horse and Dickies.
The old location. See, look, Shelly Belly. No, I know she from the camp.
Old location was the best.
Oh man,
it was in the crack.
Let's not even talk about a good fried place. Fish fry.
Me and Uncle Tone. Uncle Tone would take me down there all the time. All right.
Wow.
Wait. One last thing. I heard the best wings is at a strip club. That's what I heard.
Listen here.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Listen here.
I don't know nothing about this.
You hot? Damn, you sweating?
Listen here.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
I was in a strip club, right? Park. I went in that bitch.
Greasers.
To give me some wings. And I recall seeing, I used to work in the heart of the city. And there used to be two twin sisters that would always come in into the job. And they, you know what I mean? They look nice. They always had cash. I'm like, one of these motherfuckers hustle something. Because I was in the heart of the city. I goes into the strip club to get some food and to see some women. Jesus Christ. These two women had so much money that they were throwing. I put my $20 back in my pocket.
Yeah, sit your ass down. Sit your weak ass down.
I got my GO prison. I got right in my GO prison and went home. I saw this girl. She had a stack of money this high, and this was in 01. This was, and I was embarrassed. Like, damn,
she was a plug. You can't compete with the plug.
I don't even want to eat in this motherfucker because she's throwing so much money. I took my $20 and I left.
Right. It's respectable. I would do the same damn thing.
Shout out to the block.
At the same damn time. Where
was some wings, Mimi?
I know. I've never been to nobody's strip club.
What was it? Who?
No, they said drop the location for research purposes. That's what the chat. chat ass.
Slick think he's slick.
Chat ass.
Oh my god. You was 12 and 01. I'm sorry.
12 and 01. Shit.
That shit must have been depressing.
I was getting a job.
12 and 01.
In 01, I was getting a job.
I was going through it in 01. Jesus.
J.O. can't be sitting in nobody's house in 01.
J.O.B.
Get your ass a J.O.B.
O.B.
The wing recommended wings list across America. Wings across America.
Mills, your name is Mills.
Facts. That's an excellent.
With that idea.
Wait, nah.
We can do it in conjunction.
Right.
That's a great segue.
Conjunction. What?
Meals asked this question earlier. Random question. How many members of Wu-Tang do you have to see to officially say that you saw Wu-Tang? Like, if you go to a show and it's like Jizza performing all the Liquid Swords and Ghostface is also performing that night as well, did you see Wu-Tang or did you just see Jizza and Ghostface?
You saw Jizza and Ghostface.
Do you have to see the...
It's 9 members of Wu-Tang. 1 is dead.
1 has passed away. So, God, he sound unique.
You gotta have 7.
7 members of the
7 at the very least to say you
it's
saw
gotta
them.
be the RZA, the Jizza. You can
Raekwon.
expect to get
It may not be the RZA.
the
So you can
RZA,
add a Jizza,
the Jizza,
SZA,
the Jizza,
Capadonna.
Capadonna is definitely gonna be there.
Mhm.
I don't fucking know their name.
You may not get RZA.
May not get meth.
It depends what Meth got going on. You may not get Ghostface. I don't know how often Ghostface is traveling. Like tour maybe, but
You may not
they
get
on tour
Raekwon
now.
either.
they on tour.
And everybody is there, right? Mills.
Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
you need everybody. You need at least 7 people.
Wait, so if you show up to the Wu-Tang show
And it's 4 of them.
and it's only 6 members, you didn't see the Wu-Tang?
Yeah, I
No.
think you did. I think if you see 4, you're good.
4.
What 4?
Sierra Reed said all of them. Yeah, what 4 is actually a really good question.
Meth.
SZA.
They gotta be
Ghostface said
one.
5.
Gotta be the official ones. Meth, Raekwon, Ghostface,
Exactly.
and
That Raekwon Ghostface gotta be there.
right.
Because if you giving me
Creek said 7.
So I actually saw Wu-Tang at Yankee Stadium then.
Damn, just recently too, huh?
Nah, you know what? Nah. You need at least 7 of them niggas. Meth
That's a high. That's a
and
tall order.
Red. And
Does
then,
it count if you saw Redman with him?
Oh, that's like.
is he he can take a place of a member.
Because he's damn near like he don't have to ask to go into the fridge at the Wu-Tang house at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Wu-Tang house still.
I'm in the proverbial.
I believe there still is.
And we hawking.
And we
Hawking.
That's a good question. Oh yeah, 7.
We hawking. You need
4 seems low.
4 like you want to
4
see
feels
about
low.
recreation.
No,
Like if-
I think 4. I think 4 is the.
Lying.
I think 4 is the medium.
If I went to a show and I saw Method Man, You God, Master Killer, and the Jizza, did I see the Wu-Tang?
You said Method
About
Man?
to see me upset. That's
I
what
saw
you-
Method Man, Jizza, You God, and Master Killer. Because how many? You need a certain number. You need a certain number of Wu-Tang people to perform a Wu. Like Cash Rules is Meth, Deck, and Ray.
You gonna do Triumph with 4 people?
That's what I'm saying. Like even for like some of their biggest hits, like Method Man can perform Method Man, but a lot of that first album stuff, you need 4-5 motherfuckers to do the record.
70.
Yeah, 7. 7 just 7 feel Peace to the Gods. 7 feels like such an unattainable number. They can't even. They're not even able to get the 7 of them in the studio to complete an album in 2023.
If you paid them, you would.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that one album they made that nobody could hear. Is Method Man the Sting of Wu-Tang Clan?
What was the question, Cal? I'm sorry.
Is Method Man the Sting of Wu-Tang Clan?
You say Sting. What do you mean?
Sting, like, you know,
Sting.
the man called Sting.
The old ass man Sting. I feel like that's disrespectful, but go ahead.
Is it disrespectful?
Yeah.
Method Man should be higher up.
Sting?
Sting. Is that it didn't have to. No, I only Vaughn, I only said Sting because Sting was known as the oh, his hair all around. I only said Sting because Sting was known as the franchise of WCW. And
He don't even got the best album.
he doesn't.
So how he Sting?
What does Sting have that's the best? Damn, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible.
I'm sorry.
Does Sting have like one of the greatest championship runs ever?
No. He ain't even beat Hulk Hogan when he was supposed to.
But people still, to this day, you can't tell a Sting fan nothing though, right?
I don't know no Sting fans.
I can.
Mimi, you can tell anybody anything. Them Sting fans, especially those like Sting fans from Impact era, they love that man. Anyway, Method Man equal Ric Flair.
I know. Anyway, Ski.
Sting got the best white. Yeah, we got to at this point. It's time to start the show because we just again, like we said earlier, there's a lot that was going on in the timeline. So let's go.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
I don't know if my internet's got me in the Matrix or not. It may. It do. It just happened.
It's because it knew what you was about to say.
Some bullshit.
What was I about to say? Welcome back to BRP.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been watching for almost an hour,
nigga, are we in a kung fu flick?
You should know.
You should know. I'm Cal.
That God is still working on us.
Oh, there we go.
He is.
My name is Cal, but because you see this gold on my shoulder, you know what you could call. Yeah, look at him. As you can see, they sad asses on the line too. Mimi, please say what's good to the people, yo.
What's good to the P.
Take a shit. Show it to him. Show it to him.
Suge ain't shit either.
Show it to him. God damn it.
Piece of shit.
Let me know.
It's Mimi glitching is crazy.
Mimi glitching is funny. Mimi glitching is funny. Peace to Rock. Shouts to Rock.
In my world, police recognize fame. Know a nigga by the walker, how they saying his name. At Math Damon.
God damn.
Damon.
He ain't playing with y'all. He told y'all.
Damon.
Dame time. Jade time.
Hey.
That's what we got to start there, right?
We got to start there.
So last week, the whole conversation was, it felt like it was not if but when.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we was closer than what we knew.
Mm-hmm.
And the next week, ESPN said, boom. Jade Cargill officially signed with. There's still no details on what she getting paid, right?
Okay.
Nope.
It's probably some M's.
We don't care.
It definitely feels like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a big deal for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It felt bigger than, like, I wasn't expecting this shit.
Yeah.
The shit was like a fucking free agent signing in fucking football or something, you know what I mean? What normally gets the press or the pub.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker was everywhere.
Shade Room.
Holy shit.
I saw that. Did y'all see that? Shouts to Vin. They said that the word on road is that Meg Thee Stallion is working with somebody over there in WWE doing soundtrack work, and the thought is that that's going to be for Miss Cargill's theme. That would be nuts. WrestleMania.
Yo, do you recall?
Jade Cargill first WrestleMania, and she got Megan Thee Stallion coming out there with her. They throw a concert, her and Cardi just do a song too.
What was that? Bang, 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 bang. Did you see nothing?
Whoa.
Forget.
Whoa. Did you recall the Dr. Dre song with Rick Ross and Jay-Z?
Three
Which
Kings.
one?
It's
called Three Kings.
Three Kings. Shouts to J1.
And Dame Dash. I said Dame Dash. God dang. And Jay-Z has a line that says, riding in the BM with your BM, taking the places you can't go with your per diem.
Yeah.
When you look out that window down your block and you see your girl getting in the car with a nigga who got more everything.
Facts.
He got more. He just got it. How do that make you feel? This is why when I was talking to Cal earlier, when I see when I see the tweets from people that I'm like, you only saying this because of this.
Right.
You only saying this because of this when they say, oh, she had all the opportunity in the world. Nigga, what? Like,
is that what it was?
Yeah, huh?
Because she said herself in the interview that the one thing that she wished was that she was wrestling all the women that was over there. Again, these are conversations we've had in the past where we thought that when she lost that TBS title, our conversation was, oh, this would be a perfect time for her to jump into that next division.
Yeah, but I guess Mimi, Cuz, and the chat is the only people that see this shit. Because apparently, when I read their conversation, it was saying, oh, she had all the chances in the world. They gave her the title. She had the title for too long. You can't say that they fucked this up. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, I see it all. Shout out to my man who was talking to the other nigga that we ain't gonna mention, who said the exact same thing. Like, oh, they didn't drop the ball on this. How could you not? This your homegrown talent.
Right.
Going somewhere else and taking a places you can't go with your per diem. You didn't have the means to do what the fuck they doing. You could have had means with staff.
Right.
You chose not to.
They could have. No, you're right
because
about
you
that.
don't know. You like your cap is white. That's it.
And you don't listen.
You listen to white.
Yeah. Dwight don't know what he's talking about. Is all these situations. Dwight understand what Dwight understand, but when it comes to Jade Cargill, it's tough, especially over there, and we got this image with an announcement, and then we got to see what this like immediately, just in the ring, grappling, learning, just like getting acclimated. Like when they posted these photos along with that video of her walking into the performance center in our car, because we were talking that whole day, it felt like the right fit. And I think to Matt's point, to Mimi's point, to the chat's point, to everybody paying attention's point, at the very least, it feels like she's at a place where they can start putting her in, testing the waters with someone with her ability. Because if the question was, we don't feel that she's ready to wrestle with these women, then if you want to invest in the future in that being a goal, you should probably have this person learning how to wrestle with these other people.
Right.
Put them in the ring with women that they'll be competing with so they can learn or start to learn how to be, capable in these. It don't feel like rocket science, but that's why I love when you question comments like they had all the opportunity in the world, because like you said, where? With who?
Like you got a title holder that don't even be on TV.
Right.
Or a title holder that this is a reoccurring conversation that gets two minutes, 3 minutes a night. You know what I mean? And that time get cut. Whole problem that the thing that we were talking about was, she got to get reps up. And then she's on the show saying, I was just wanting to get my reps in.
And got us looking at her like she didn't even want to put no reps in.
She didn't want to put no reps in. That's the way.
People questioning her if she was really about that. That was a conversation a lot of people had on the side of, well, we don't really see her working. Oh, well, it's because she don't want to work.
Right.
That was a conversation that was 1-on-1, and now she's telling you, look, because she said she was a former D1 player. She got her money. She got money outside of pro wrestling. This is just what she wanted to do.
Right.
You got to take that person and put them in position to try and advance as far as their body and the world's going to allow them to. And they couldn't do it over there, clearly.
They could have.
They chose not to.
They chose not to.
Was that because they didn't know what to do?
They didn't listen. They didn't have the infrastructure. They didn't want the infrastructure. I don't believe they wanted the infrastructure. I believe that the priorities were not set. I've said this so many times. We've said this so many times.
Not for somebody that
He
look like that.
does not understand how to run a wrestling business. He is a fan. He is not a booker.
This shit is called WrestleDream coming up. So to
Why?
Mimi's point.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, they keep going.
They fantasy book. She was one of the pillar champions of their company. When you thought of AEW, you immediately, the first person that you thought of was really her with respect to the women's division as a champion, period, in my opinion. But what did they do with it? They squandered it. And placated, in my opinion, because that run, that undefeated run, absolutely means nothing. In my opinion, it doesn't mean anything. It's a wash. Because that doesn't matter. This matters. Because this is the biggest stage of them all. It is.
All facts. And now she's in prime position to do.
Prime position. She's got the look. Now she's got the baddie crew with her.
What the fuck? Mimi, you wasn't with us, but when Jade Cargill showed up, motherfuckers was, who the fuck? We knew who she was because we were on it. So we're like, yo, that's Jade Cargill. Niggas like, yo, what?
Who?
Where
Why?
was she at?
Who is that?
How did we not?
Where?
Like where did that come from? And we saying that, and it's not to be rude or anything, but it's amazing to see, like,
a presence.
This motherfucker's supposed to be
over there.
Put the rocket on her right now. And that wasn't a rocket, but it's like they saw it and then gave up because it was getting more. I don't know if it was getting more shine than what they wanted it to get.
No, this is what I think. I think they got to a point where they didn't know what to do after the momentum was built, right? It's all about, you have a goal and you have to sustain the goal and have the goal grow. They got to the goal of, okay, we have one of a star women's wrestler that basically is ahead of the game. in appearance wise, right? And had us okay, she got better than she was when she wrestled with Homeboy, Shaq. She got way better, but then the matches were less and less. Like 10-minute match. Wasn't there one match that was like 7 minutes?
That's one of the longer matches.
I was gonna say she's had a number of matches that were like
It did her no favors.
sub 10 minutes, sub 5 minutes, depending on what was going on.
No favors.
She should have been in there with Britt Baker.
Nah. She should have got Britt Baker's time.
Mm-hmm.
Who should she have been wrestling over there though?
Whoever Britt Baker was wrestling.
So she should. So it should have been. What's the name? What's
You got
Thunder Rosa, Tony Storm.
All of them.
All of them.
Statlander, who she ended up losing the title to, and then losing her farewell match to.
Yeah.
And Statlander, and then it's what's the other chick's name? That's fly.
Serena Deeb. They said Serena Deeb got heat on her.
Deeb was out of there.
I didn't realize it'd been a year.
Yeah, it's been a while, but you could have mixed it up somewhere. They decided not to. I know some people may watch this and say, "Oh yeah, I was saying eat several bags of dicks," because prior to when we started saying like, "Yo, you got to get off TV to get her some reps."
Yes,
we were championing it way before that.
But even still, I think we still said you got to do one or two things. You either got to develop the talent off screen, or you got to do what was probably better and put them on screen all the time.
Yeah, and they wasn't doing that.
They weren't. It wasn't even. There weren't programs. It was this Wednesday night. She would show up on Dynamite. I heard, or I'm going to be on Rampage this Friday. If somebody wants to fight, come and fight. And then some woman will walk down to the ring. Jay would beat her ass, and then it would get another notch up to that 50. Mm-hmm. Then you wouldn't see her for a couple weeks.
Right.
And then she'd be right back on Rampage doing the exact same shit. But
switching gear. Well, actually, William F. Watson. There's a report that came out today in regards to Serena Deeb. She's actually not been involved with AEW for something like a year.
For a year.
Word on road is she was actually openly unhappy with what was going on with the way the report I read said that she felt that she was told that she was going to be getting certain time for her matches, but then that time was getting taken away from her. But AEW was saying that they weren't seeing it that the way whatever she was saying, they were saying was capped.
Of course.
So I guess they've just let this beef fester for a year, but apparently she's got heat on her. So I wish, because I was champion Serena Deeb and Bryan Danielson last year. Whenever she was on TV all the time, I was ready for it. But I do agree that Serena Deeb would have been a good look for Jade over there if the situation made sense. But I think switching gears on the Jade conversation, and Chad, I want y'all to get involved too. How would y'all introduce Jade? Are you doing, because right now it's a couple of routes, right? You've got an obvious transition from the Performance Center into NXT. Mm-hmm. You've got a surprise appearance on one of the two weekly shows, maybe an appearance at it. Like Mimi, what's your thoughts on how Jade and chat? Like I said, I want y'all to get on this too. But Mimi, how would you introduce Jade to the WWE universe on TV?
I would do NXT. I would have her show up at the top of the ramp after Becky Lynch defends her title and beats whomever. Mm-hmm. I would just have her at the beginning of the ramp, let the show go off with Jade watching her.
Just standing there.
Then I would have her work her way up and I would have her wrestle Becky.
Still in NXT.
Still in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would have the NXT champion on her. Then I would have her come into the Rumble, but not a call up. Just have a little taste in the Rumble.
Okay.
She would not win the Rumble. She's still champion. I would have her continue to work, maybe lose the title, get the title back. Now we're at WrestleMania.
Still in NXT.
Still in NXT.
Wow.
Then at WrestleMania, between the Rumble and WrestleMania, I think Raw after WrestleMania should be her debut on the main roster. And that's a fast track, in my opinion, only because she still needs to understand the system. And she cannot understand the system by the Rumble. She can't. Not the WWE system. In my opinion, I don't.
That's literally like 3 months. Yeah, it's very.
Yeah, it's
quick.
not enough time. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I really want her. Like, they can't fumble this. They can't fumble this.
Nah, not at all.
This would set Jade up for life. It would set her up for life. Like, she's got the look. Now she's got the experience of being in the ring, of cutting a promo and not feeling like, she's comfortable on the mic now.
Right.
So now we've got to get the in work in. And I just need that to be, I need it to be perfect. And rushing it, and rushing this call up or putting her on the roster, I feel like is rushing it.
What if she's what if hold up. The whole conversation has been maybe she just needs to be in the right pond. Maybe she was in the wrong pond. What if she's in the right organization and just takes to the shit? 3 weeks, and she's out there doing shit, the same type of shit that has them being, or the same type of progress they see in someone like a Logan Paul, and she just needed the right push. Would you still wait?
Logan Paul,
he stinks.
They feel like Logan Paul is
good.
They feel
kind of good in the ring.
They talk about him like he is a wrestler. They're like, look at him. He just hasn't been here. He's got it naturally.
Mm-hmm.
What if that was Jade?
I think we would have seen that, but I don't. But to be fair,
that's a good
to
point.
be fair, she didn't get any reps in.
And that's a great point as well, because you figure it was 2019 when she went to the Performance Center for WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 2 years later, she was already with AEW and working that Shaq match against Cody and Red Velvet. So yeah, I don't know how much in-ring time she had before she started in AEW.
Mm-hmm. Well, I saw I was on her Instagram, and I saw some of the workouts that she was having in in the gyms, the very old ones. And I feel like she did better there than she did. She progressed there than she did in ring at AEW. I think she hit a block at AEW where they stopped putting any kind of focus on her. And that can be demotivating as well. I'm not going to profess to say what was going on, but based off of the conversations that she had in some of these interviews as of recently, and based off of all of the trajectory, it felt like she lost interest, and that's what started making me doubt her.
I didn't see any of her workout vids, but I did see her wrestling motherfucking Sky Blue.
Yes.
Which was leaps and bounds from when she was wrestling motherfucking Thunder Rosa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she I think she progressed. I think it was possibly a cap on, like you said, when she got to work them reps and get them reps with wherever. I think they capped it, said fuck it. You know what I mean? She's already 70 and old. Let's just let her run that shit into the ground, whatever. Eventually we'll take the title off of her. I would say throw her ass out there on the TV. Let her beat people up.
When?
Because
Monday?
No. I'm saying put her. I'm always gonna say put her in the Royal Rumble.
Oh,
She doesn't have to be a. She doesn't have to have a number. She can go in and beat people ass.
She just walks down.
You want her to look the part.
Right.
Throw motherfuckers out the ring. Show up in NXT, beat their ass. Show up on SmackDown, beat their ass. Show up on Raw, beat their ass.
So she just show anybody could get it anywhere
without you putting it in. I've been saying this for weeks. Without her having to actually wrestle until they want her to wrestle, you can hold that shit out for forever and have her just beating people ass for at least 2 pay-per-views. 2.
So she just shows up and black attacks people in the dressing room.
What's this, September?
Yeah, about to be October.
So she training to the end of the year.
Choke out Jack Tony. It's crazy, yeah.
So she'll get 3 months before the Royal Rumble. You ain't got to put her on TV right now. She ain't got to be on TV tomorrow.
Put her on TV, the Christmas episode of SmackDown or whatever. Just beat somebody. Ho.
I'm saying hold off until the big pay-per-view. Hold that shit.
I feel like it's going to be her being the one to beat Nia Jax in a squash match for NXT is what wrestling is artists.
Keep her away from Nia Jax, in my opinion.
Unless it's a one move thing.
Yeah, she got to pick. She got to pick. I saw. Shouts out to Steven Richards. Is it Steven or Stevie? I don't know if he's Stevie or Steven. He's got. I think it's Steven Richards Analysis is on YouTube, and he watches. It sounds so crazy, but he analyzes like injuries in the ring to try and break down what happened. And
I remember him. Yep.
He did the when Nia Jax recently did the you know what I mean on Rhea Ripley, and she broke down like the weight distribution when your arms ain't holding on to the ropes even a little bit, and crushing the sternum and the breast implants and the potential danger and shit that could happen. But I mean it's.
Wait, Rhea really hurt?
I don't think Rhea's really hurt, but he's saying, look, if she hurt, look the fuck happened.
Look at
what
happened.
Ago. Because he showed, what was the other bit that he showed in that match? Such a sidebar. But I forgot when she first entered and started attacking, she hit Raquel with the Yamin on the fall away slam, John, on the outside of the ring, put her out, and then when she started walking, Raquel got back in the ring, and then Rhea took her out with the what you call, and like she took this shitty move on the floor for no reason. It didn't stop her from losing the match or from winning the match or anything. It just hurt her a little bit before she went in and took a move and lost. I don't want to see Jade falling into any accidents. Yeah, I don't want no Yamins accidentally impeding Jade Cargill's progress.
Right. This is why you ain't gonna put on NXT. That's absolutely ridiculous.
You don't think she?
Why?
NXT No Mercy is this Saturday. You don't think she's gonna be in the crowd?
No.
There's not gonna be a shot of Jade Cargill.
No.
Waving. Fanning herself with a stack.
Nigga, no.
Not a stack.
Why? It don't make sense.
She's a hot commodity.
It don't make sense for her to be there.
She was just there. She gonna have to be there learning. That's where she was.
Yeah, that she don't wrestle there.
She
not
there.
going
Look,
there. She don't even go there.
She there. Nah, she go there.
No, she don't.
What you mean?
No, she don't.
She do go there.
On Turnbuckle Talk, I said this exact same shit. Jesus Christ. Justin,
that's her going there.
No, stop. Justin and fucking Corey were talking about this being a Ferrari.
What you mean?
Jade is a Ferrari, and AEW did not know how to drive the Ferrari. They don't know how to drive a manual.
It's a Ferrari.
Okay.
You are going to park this Ferrari in the parking lot. I mean, in the garage. That's what you're doing.
That's what AEW did.
No, that's where NXT is.
But they waiting for the summertime so they can take it out and drop the hard top so they could be out in the sun.
You see this?
What Bill
I paid too much money for this Ferrari to put it in the garage. This supposed to be on the premium live events.
You don't think they put her on one of the NXT live events?
Why?
You wouldn't. No. What's the match? Wait, what's the match? Let me pull up the card because it's Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton is wrestling this weekend, right? What if she show up with that match?
Why?
You was just talking about her going places and beating people up.
My first claim was to send her straight to the main roster and into the Royal Rumble.
But I'm saying,
don't put her, if the problem is she needs reps, don't put her on TV where she's going to have a match soon.
What if it's with Becky Lynch?
Why?
People, that's one of the names that people said. That's not the name I said, but they think that Becky Lynch going to be one of the ones that could work with her. Don't say that.
Don't say it.
The last two times we had this conversation, they said this. Wrestling is Art said that Jade's going to beat Becky for the title. What if it's this weekend, y'all? We don't think that she could show up and beat everybody ass. Pull a Gable Stevenson. Why? Ain't got no neck. It's crazy. Why would she?
No. What did she say, Ciara?
Just a waste of time.
Did anybody see Becky's interview? I saw her talking about women she wanted to wrestle. What did she say about Jade Cargill? I know it's got to be a quote.
She ain't saying nothing about Jade Cargill, I don't think.
Yeah, she shares her honest thoughts. Is this recent?
Yeah, it was like
September 26th. She said, I watch all the products. I think it's great. More women with more platforms. I think she has a lot of work to do when she gets here, but she's willing to do that. Just look at her. She's a star. You don't think... I've been saying for a while, because Becky Lynch isn't the only woman to say that, like, the women's division needs a kick in the arse.
That is a fair comment.
Ronda Rousey and then was saying the same thing. And my question has always been, be the change you want to see. You don't think Becky Lynch would want to step in and be like, boom, she need help?
Nigga, Becky Lynch just
let me help her
and took a title. and took a
She needed that.
Who?
Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch.
That's why she took it.
Do you understand?
No, yeah, I'm with you. No, we're on the same page. Trust me, we're on the same page. Debo,
check.
We're on the same page. I would trust Becky to be Jade's first program talking about podcasts, and it would do numbers. It would do numbers on USA.
Yeah.
Do you?
That match is not helping.
It wouldn't do numbers. You don't think it would do numbers, Matt?
I don't think you want to send Becky Lynch, the man, in there to get manhandled.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what needs to happen. That's
what Becky's going on vacation. Go in there and get get tore up the right way by Jade Cargill and let the reign of Jade, the next Hall of Pain.
Who said that?
Sarah, I think this is Becky Lynch. Sarah Reese. I need people to come up. I need people on this level. But if nobody's getting any TV time, if nobody's getting any story time, then they can't rise up because nobody knows who the hell they are. That's an excellent point. I mean, but that kind of echoes what we've been saying, though. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At a certain point, because shouts to Ricky Starks, who shouted
free him.
Jade shouted out. Ricky said that he was one of her friends. He was appreciative of her. But if you want to talk about people that are kind of being, I'm shouts out to him being booked on WrestleDream because I was wondering what he was going to be doing this weekend.
Losing.
Does he? Wait. Hold up.
Golly, get him out, please. Get my brother out.
Well, let me say this.
Jesus.
We'll keep our eye on Jade Cargill. Keep it locked to the Black Rasslin Podcast in the future because we got to get off this topic. Ricky Starks loses the big matches.
Tony Montana occurring.
Bailey and Ricky Starks are best friends. Ricky Starks seems like he's friends with a number of people.
Best friends.
I don't know about best friends. Ricky's cool with
accurate.
Ricky's cool with some people.
That's my best friend.
Ricky Starks, he loses the big matches, right? Like he lost the Texas Death Match.
Every match he loses.
He lost the Texas Death Match to Bryan Danielson.
They can't even give him a gimmick match. You can't give him a gimmick match.
Well, I guess
you gotta be choking him out every time. Every time you gotta choke a black man out.
I realized Brian, because they've been advertising this Zack Sabre Jr. Bryan Danielson match for a minute, and if you look, Ricky Starks has been Bryan Danielson's tune-up guy for the whole time. He lost in big matches. It was 2 matches that Ricky, because he just lost the Texas Death Match on Collision, right? Yes. Just this past weekend. He gonna win this match. He's due.
I have no faith in this.
What's with Wheeler Yuta doesn't need to win this match? He doesn't.
Hold on.
Wasn't nobody thinking about Wheeler Yuta before this match?
Wheeler Yuta don't need to win no match. But the fact that they've used Starks as a stepping stool to get their established people over, I would assume they would use him as a stepping stool to get the unestablished over. Because it's no point, there was no point of him and Brian Danielson, whatever the fuck his name is, even getting into it. There was no point.
Well, that match only happened because CM Punk. Bryan Danielson
someone else he put over.
Yeah, well, that he won the Owen Hart tournament, but every match that was supposed to be for the title, he lost. He was probably going to lose the match if CM Punk didn't CM Punk and get bounced out the company.
But he's going to beat Wheeler Yuta.
He's going to beat Wheeler Yuta. What do y'all think Ricky Starks is going to do in WWE is not that Chris Parisi's question. That's an excellent question.
I would assume something.
Piece of We Love Wrestling. He hold a title.
I would assume he would do something. He's talented. He's talented enough to he can talk just like you see LA Knight. Granted, they're damn near like, if I'm not tripping, it's kind of like as LA Knight.
Oh, that's you saying? Is that the comparison?
Yeah, I think that the comparison would be something like that.
I want to ask Mimi D Slacker in the chat saying Dolph Ziggler. I was wondering if it was Austin Theory. Where do you think Ricky Starks sits on the WWE roster? Who's this comparison? The Miz?
Mimi.
Maybe think.
I think Dolph Ziggler.
He's Dolph Ziggler now.
Yes.
He's AEW's Dolph Ziggler.
Lose everything.
Yes.
And it's probably more entertaining and talk better than the majority of people on TV.
Yeah.
Probably should have a title.
It's more real and organic.
I
think that's why I like him so much. That's why he hits so hard. He's real and it's organic. Every time he opens his mouth, like it doesn't feel like it's a promo.
Right.
Would he be slotted higher than Ricochet? That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I think he does something that Ricochet can't.
Right.
He can talk.
He's leveled. I think Ricochet is a high flyer. I think he's been typecasted.
Damn.
And I think Ricky Starks is a little bit more agile. As a small build wrestler.
He can do everything. I should say everything. He can do a lot. Ricky Starks can do a lot.
Inoperable? Is that the technical word?
Inoperable.
You can fit everywhere. Like you can go anywhere.
It may be a different word.
Like pay systems. Pay systems are inoperable. Like forget it. We're going down a path. We're going down a path. Forget it.
I needed a new word. I
was just trying to see if that was a word or not. But no, I know what you're saying. Like again, look at, if you didn't watch the Texas Death Match from Collision, go watch that match. Go, because a lot of that is Ricky running over here, Ricky taking this move, Ricky doing that. He's all over that ring. He can do it. I can't say he do it all, but he can do a lot.
Is he slotted higher than Theory? I would say so. I would say that I don't know about Montez because I don't know where Montez Ford is. Interoperable.
Able to exchange and make use of information. Nice. I learned something every day.
He used that shit in court.
Capable of being used or operate reciprocally. Ooh, I love reciprocally. Anyway.
Interoperable.
Work in conjunction with each other. So you can just go and you can. Yeah.
Inoperable is funny as shit.
That is funny. Shout out piece of the chat. If YouTube.com/Black Rasslin every Thursday, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not in the chat, you're at somewhere whack.
Rocky's on Collision now, so I don't really. Well, Chris Brown, do you watch AEW? That's a legit question.
I think the question he asked about how far Ricky could go is good though, because regardless
of him going over there,
regardless of what we see for Ricky, it is interesting to think about what it and it's only because like this conversation with Jade said that what'd she say? She said there was like Cody Rhodes is one of the top 3 reasons why I went to WWE and he wasn't number 3. So when you think about that, and he was the first big name, she's the second big name.
I don't understand what that means.
If there's 3, she said there were 3 big reasons why she went to WWE. Cody Rhodes is one of those reasons. She said he was.
No. After that. He wasn't number 3. What does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
He was a very important reason. He may not have been the first reason, but him being there is is one of the biggest reasons why she went, because obviously whatever relationship. Again, Mimi, you got to remember that first match in AEW. He put her in there with Shaq. Rose, yeah. Hold up. You don't believe me? You don't we got to do the history? That was from that program.
That's what he did. That is what he did.
Well, I don't know if he told her to set. I don't know.
That shit.
Okay,
my
Cal.
God.
Okay, Cal.
Anyway.
Okay, Cal. Okay.
Anyway,
he wouldn't get the same rollout.
Occasionally, I'm only asking these questions because people in the chat are saying Stark should get the same rollout as Jade and Cody. I don't know if
like this is not gonna hit the same. See, this is where y'all need to stop and pump the brakes.
And I don't know if they're saying that. I don't know if chat's saying that, or if
I don't think
not
so
that Chris
either,
Brown
but
is saying that they're saying that. But
they just want to see him over there.
But I do agree, Mimi. I think because the timeline was so excited for Jade Cargill that my timeline then became people being pissed off at the timeline for how off the deep end they went to with whatever. Because I didn't even see what was conjuring up and what they was talking about, but people was not happy with y'all. Whoever was out there tweeting. Hope it wasn't y'all in the chat. It was somebody out there though.
Yeah.
Niggas need to chill.
Yeah.
Heifer. Oh, see. Where is it?
Heifer. No, I think Chris Brown. I think they were saying you can put him on First Take and he would fit in.
Who?
Like Ricky
Who
Starks.
would fit? Oh,
they say
you could put him on talking head. You're saying?
No, if they bring, you know how Roman Reigns comes on First Take.
And be like a good person on there.
Yeah, in comparison to Ricochet or something like that.
Yeah, because he could talk. No, yeah. I feel like we said that. We're kind of saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the question becomes how far people think Ricky could actually go in the WWE universe, which is a fair question. Everybody is black.
That's a Trey, relax.
Turn weird. People saying people were supporting Black Wrestling. I did see that conversation about. I don't know if that's true though.
We have a whole fucking show called Black Rasslin.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what anybody else does. It sounds kind of crazy to be on some tribalism shit in pro wrestling or anything at this point, but B, assume that everybody only thinks that. Again, the way we talk about Willow Knight, again, the way we've been talking about Ricky Starks, the way we've tried to talk about a lot of people, talk to people. We just try to make sure that there's a space available for people if they want and when they want to talk. If other people think the conversation should only be black people in WWE, maybe that's all they like. I don't know. But I timeline got to calm down. Timeline does have to calm down.
Why y'all looking? Why you looking? Cause it be some dumb shit. Like, stop. Okay? As long as we've been watching wrestling, as long as we've been watching WWF, WWE, has it ever been as diverse as it's been the past few fucking years?
Motherfuckers, the part that they don't understand is they think this shit started when they started.
Right. Yeah.
Like, please miss me. If you go back to 2019 or 2020 when she won the Royal Rumble? She won the Royal Rumble and they basically put a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
They put a backpack
on her,
stuffed it, and went flying.
Start going.
What are we talking about? Stop. This man came on the timeline and talked shit about Swole.
Yeah.
And said she wasn't good. And you trying to tell me cancel Dark. Girl, go to hell. Please go all the way to hell. Okay? Stop.
I love it.
Sometimes I think people like to talk just to hear themselves or to see their tweets. They want to see it. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
If you're trying to be impactful in this space, be impactful in this space. Don't be impactful. Don't go into business for yourself. Okay? Because that's what it feels like. All right? Don't use situations to leverage your personality. Stop it. And stop acting like it's the first time you've come up with this bright idea. Stop it. Like, I can't take it anymore. I cannot.
So look what I found. Look what I found. Y'all never saw this before, did you?
What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Drinking water.
You ain't never seen this before, huh?
Never.
Get some hydration.
Not you with it.
Get moisturized. Please.
Look what I found. Look at this.
Jesus Christ. I wish I had liquor in this motherfucker.
Listen, the worst thing, let me tell you something, and I'm a catch slack, and I bring it, please. The worst thing that could have ever happened, is them allowing certain things to happen in these press rooms. Because once you step up in this press room, you think that it has opened the doors for you to say some dumb shit. No, stop. Okay? And just because it's your timeline looks different than other people's timeline does not mean that it's not happened. It's the worst thing that could have happened when a whole fucking group got disserviced. And now this big person goes up and she black and she a woman. And now all of a sudden, because you getting a check, because that's what it is, you getting a check.
Facts.
Oh, we're never gonna get it.
Never.
Thank you, Kelly Pearson. For the super chat.
And that's okay. You know why? Because we keep it real. One, we are ourselves. Two, don't front.
Hold on, Mimi, we can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the only part.
I don't need to be in your fucking room.
Oh, damn. Mimi said
the views and comments.
I can't. And this is why we're always gonna be get off my lawn. We're always gonna be get off my lawn because it's when I be reading, looking at my time, I'm like, what did you just say? And then I start to respond, and I'm like, it's not for me. This is not my age. This is not for me. I look at wrestling very differently. When do you ever see us putting ourselves over the wrestlers that we claim we support? This is why I fuck with Mills. Mills don't be outside like that. Black Announce Table don't be outside like that.
Facts.
They don't be in there. They do what they, and you can tell by the engagements of certain people why they're real, why certain podcasts look real and the other ones don't. Y'all say dumb shit. Stop. Because we're giving her flowers. It's a problem. It's a problem because we're giving her, and all of a sudden, black people, blah, blah, blah. Lies. Stop it. Just cash a check and keep it moving.
Damn.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Damn.
Count my Black Wrestler.
Crush the building on
Black Wrestler of the week. I'm getting out of here.
Crush the building.
I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. And stop fucking taking advantage of motherfuckers out there. Okay.
That's first.
Shout out to fucking Stephanie and shout out to fucking Katrina,
yeah,
for getting their bag today. Okay, it might not be luggage.
And they got a bag. Shouts out
y'all
to
are disgusting. Some of y'all are disgusting, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Call me. You got my number.
Jesus Christ. Hey, real talk. So this Saturday.
Saturday
is NXT No Mercy.
It's appropriately No Mercy.
Appropriately titled. Gosh, we're not going to read
Terminator. Just
we're not going to go through the whole show, but I mean, again, I did mention it earlier. We've got this Becky Lynch, Tiffany Stratton, man. I'm supposed to be not thinking that we could see this face pop in the ring. I don't know. That Carmelo Hayes match.
Yeah.
Is going to be fire.
He's going to lose.
You think he's losing the title?
Yeah. So it's a rematch.
He going to lose a title to Main Man's?
Yeah, it's a Dragon Tails.
I can't wait to see this match. Wait, hold on. You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
I think he's losing.
Nah.
You think he's gone?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't think he's gone yet. For some reason, I don't think he's gone yet, but I think he's losing.
I'm not going to put that in the universe.
I don't want to, but I'm. It's not for no. And Mello, my man, you know I love you, my Mello.
My Mello.
I just got him. I got him losing.
What you thinking about? Because this was supposed to be Dominic Mysterio versus Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
But releases be releasing, so it turned, and Trick's been on a roll.
Man, you see Trick lighting shit up. So I don't know if it's Trick winning, but Trick lighting shit up.
And let's go back to it, right? Let's go back to it. Look at Mello and Trick on Tuesday. That interest.
That is a good question. But with the story,
Question was a statement.
Well, but I mean, we don't know, because realistically, Mimi, I don't know if I believe that WrestleMania time that I would have thought that Trick would have been progressed enough to in September be up for the NXT North American title.
That's my point. That's my point. I was right there with you too, and here we are. Is my point in terms of the progress and where certain people need to be and how they have built the diverse wrestlers in this industry. This is just a stepping stone.
Hell of a point. That's a hell of a point, because
he just became a singles. And look at that entrance.
A month or two.
Everybody saying
it don't make sense.
Yeah, she's right.
Can we talk about that? Whoop that Trick doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but they were all singing it.
No, like let's be clear. His name is Trick Williams, and that's the first thing you would think. Like if you're talking about pop culture references that involve the word Trick, whoop that Trick. I mean, that was a very Hustle and Flow. A lot of people saw that fucking Oscar-winning movie. But it just sounds like the crowd is chanting for Trick to get beat up. Like it
could be whoop that
Trick.
Whoop that Trick.
Whoop, yeah, that's what Meals is saying. Meals is saying it's whoop that comma. Does he have a T-shirt?
About to.
Because Meals, I'm not saying you're wrong, Math. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I would want to see it spelled out with the comma. So I know that it's not whooping on Trick, but it's Trick whooping that. Which maybe I don't. Maybe don't put that on a T-shirt.
No,
that's exactly how he explained it. That's not how it sounds, though.
No, because you're saying you don't never say, "Hey, yo, comma."
Yeah. Neil's always on fire in the chat. Don't get it twisted, Ken Lou Blue Chew. But yeah, I think you got to emphasize maybe pointing at the opponent so like Trick knows. Whoop that Trick. Hey Trick, whoop that.
Comma.
Whoop that. Him.
But it, comma or not,
Comma.
the stadium, comma or
Comma
not,
or not, they not saying
the
no damn comma.
stadium was
Comma or
on there
not.
like, yes,
They're hype. No, they
yes,
hype. They
for the
hype.
black man.
Nah, they super hype. It's good. It's good. I appreciate it. And I actually been kind of
Stuck around.
well. I want to see Hayes champion versus Trick champion.
That ain't gonna happen.
Why not?
I
It
don't-
always
I-
happen.
I just don't think that's happening.
It just Wesley just got that look.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen with them.
Steph
I don't.
Hardy.
Why not? They gonna fight at some point.
Yeah, but not with 2 titles.
Why not? That's the
It's not gonna
culmination of the
happen.
story.
Nah, it's not.
Why
The
not?
culmination is just them brawling, not for no title,
That-
or Trick being elevated higher, or maybe that's when Trick gets elevated higher. When
That's what I'm saying. I mean, because that could be if they really feel a way about Trick Williams, and you're all every week, every time Carmelo Hayes speaks on NXT television, there's some ref in the back of his mind is 2 things. 1,
Yeah.
how the fuck I'm gonna prove I'm the best to these people. 2, this shit with Trick is kind of fucking with me because he don't want to say the wrong thing about his guy, but he
Right.
also wants to be the guy on his own.
Right.
Mhm.
It's the one story on NXT that they're building that it looks like they're actually taking time. And I'm not saying it's got to be at the pay-per-view after this one for NXT, but at some point I would like to see that story come to its fruition where it's the 2 of them for the gold, and maybe Trick goes over and Carmelo's like, you know what? You did that shit, my nigga. Let me go to the main roster and figure out what the fuck is going on.
Mhm.
I don't think he goes on some peaceful shit if that's what the case. He gonna whip his ass and then he gonna leave and arrive as a fucking asshole.
Melo's gonna beat Trick ass
Yeah. Not in a match,
in the streets.
I guess. The NXT streets.
They be fighting in the streets. It's Florida.
Shit, they shooting dice in that bitch.
That's what I'm saying. In the barbershop.
Ah,
No, they was in the streets. Scripts with them two with the 2
Oh, them OTM cats.
the Island Boys.
they were in the streets or they were in the alley.
I'm not.
They was in
sure.
They was in the alley.
I don't know if they're
Island
the.
Boys.
Are we sure they're the Island Boys? Wait, hold up. Because Island Boys is on a different tip right now.
Island by.
Pause.
Shit, they play. You must not know what's going on with the Island Boys. I don't know if OTM is on
I know
that.
what's going on with the Island
You
Boys.
shouldn't. No,
I
you
just
really
checked the water.
shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Island Cats. That's No Mercy. That's Saturday.
Mhm.
Sunday.
Mimi, you can go ahead and get your bathroom break in.
Mimi, you gonna watch WrestleDream?
Yes.
Look at all this.
She's gonna watch it.
Are you hyped for this?
No.
Alright.
It's WrestleDream.
Alright.
It
No
ain't my
avail.
dream. It ain't.
No
it's
avail.
a nightmare. Ah, I said that fucking word.
No avail.
It's
an
a
interesting
horror. It's a horror for me.
Is there any word on the ticket situation? Because I was
No,
really confused about that story. I was really
If it
confused
ain't
about
coming
that
from the
story.
government, if it ain't coming from straight from the
All the
government,
ticket numbers is jumbling.
No,
if it ain't coming from ESPN, TMZ,
Island
motherfucking
Boy.
Bloomberg, motherfucking, I need
Bloomberg.
to see it on the ticket.
Snip,
I need to
snap,
see it on the
Bloomberg.
ticker. NBC. If it ain't coming from there, it's a fraudulence. It's a fraud.
We need fan to bring the balance back to the force.
We at least getting Bryan Danielson for Zack Sabre Jr.
Do we care?
It's a dream match.
Is
For
it?
who?
Is it?
For it's a dream match for the AEW fans.
For who?
What? Who cares about them? Nah, let me stop. Let me take that back. I take that back. Don't come
House
for
is
me on the
down.
timeline.
That's why they don't fuck with us. But
Okay, don't come for me.
this the thing. This is the thing, dog.
Is that what?
Who You know what? Never mind.
Nah, say it.
Nah, never mind. Because I just don't understand.
It's really a boy named Island Boy?
It was brothers. They were called the Island Boys.
Boy.
They may still be called the Island Boys.
Mm.
Blame Kodak.
Jonathan Gresham.
Mm-hmm. Where he at?
Came out.
He's gonna be at a O'Shea.
He came out and specifically stated that, like, yo, my dream match is against Daniel Brian Bryanson. And he was a part of this same organization, right?
Okay.
They booted his ass up out of there. You had the opportunity to put on dope. I understand that we may champion the black wrestler to the end. Sue us. Because we ain't had black wrestlers to champion at a certain point in time. So when this motherfucker comes in, who is definitely certified as one of the great, is certified as one of the great technical wrestlers, you have him on your roster and you boot his ass without having what some people thought was their WrestleDream. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Then you take Ricky Starks. I'm rambling, but you take Ricky Starks and you use him as a stepladder to get Bryan Danielson ready and push him aside when they could have another fucking match that Ricky Starks could lose to put together this one-off with Zack Sabre Jr. and Daniel Bryanson, because what? It makes no sense to me. I understand that it's called WrestleDream. That this is dream matches, but who's the dream matches for?
I don't. Well, again, let me, because there's not a lot of information on this pay-per-view at all. From what I was reading the other day,
Black Rasslin with an R, no W.
No W. At the All In Media Scrum back in August, Tony Khan announced that they were going to be holding WrestleDream, which is held in honor of Antonio Inoki, who Khan says is someone that he looked up to in the pro wrestling industry. It's going to be taking place on the 1-year anniversary of Antonio Inoki's passing. And the event is called WrestleDream. It refers to Inoki, who Khan called wrestling's greatest dreamer. Now, outside of that,
how old is Tony Khan?
He damn near our age.
A child.
40. He'll be 41 next month. He's our age. Chris Breezy said hence only selling 5,000 tickets. Someone in the chat said it was at 7,000. I'm not sure what the situation. Some of these matches are dream matches, like J-Bo said. Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be a technical masterpiece. Like, I think there's a lot of real rap on this show. Where are they at match-wise? They had 10 matches right now with the Ricky Starks Wheeler unit, but you're getting everything from Eddie Kingston and Shibata to FTR versus Aussie Open. It's going to be a lot of like wrestling. It's not a lot of sports entertainment on this show at all.
That's cool.
MJF is going to be defending the ROH World Tag Team titles on this show.
Yeah, against a 2-on-1 match.
If they had put MJF and Samoa Joe on this instead of on Grand Slam, would it have made more sense? Like, are they a match or two away from having a card that feels more like a bigger deal pay-per-view?
One more time.
Like, they got 10 matches on this card right now.
Yeah.
And the biggest match is this. There's like 6 world title matches on the card, but the biggest match is this dream match. How, like, what are they missing from this card to have made it something that would have been a sellout before What are we missing?
I'm gonna hold my comment on that because I'm not 100% sure on all of the feuds that are going on. Like the part that I'm missing is you have a company and you have people feuding in your company, but you take this time out to not. Nobody that's feuding in the company is fighting on this show. I understand it's called WrestleDream, but what the fuck? So you book all of these dream matches and don't further any of the stories. This is I'm missing this shit.
I'm missing. Well, all right. So I mean, I'm missing storyline. So let's go through because again, I've been watching AEW, so we're gonna go through and see what. I'm sorry, Mimi. I'm sorry.
So we're basing a lot of this stuff off of previous occurrences or when they fought in Vietnam in 1954.
Well, let's keep it a buck. So there's not really a story to Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr.
No, they just call Zack Sabre Jr. the greatest or one of the best technical wrestlers.
That match is happening just because
it's
Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. You can do it. Hangman, Adam Page, and Swerve Strickland have had a storyline. The storyline has basically been
I didn't know anything about it.
The storyline has basically been Swerve has been watching what Page has been doing and thinks that Page could be doing more. And then he sends a mogul embassy to go beat him up. That's the storyline.
Okay, let's move along.
FTR and Aussie Open, I don't know what the storyline is there. As FTR really... MJF versus the Righteous, that story is literally Adam Cole is injured.
Right.
Chris Jericho and the Golden Elite versus the Don Callis family. That's a story.
That's a story.
That's a story. That's a certified story. We've got two stories so far, 5 matches. Christian Cage and Darby Allin has a story. They actually had a really good segment on Dynamite last night.
I didn't see that. I heard people going crazy over Christian.
Watch that interview segment if you haven't. Darby Allin did well, but I think Christian is very good for Darby right now. Eddie Kingston and Shibata. There's not really a story here aside from Eddie Kingston wanting to wrestle everybody from Japan, and he's got the titles on the lines. He's the new ROH World Champion, so that's a bigger deal than like any actual story. Statlander versus Julia Hart.
That's not a story, but she just won to fight. She just beat Willow to fight Statlander.
The 4-way match for a future AEW World Tag Title match. That's the story. At some point, the winner's going to get a world title match for the AEW tag titles. And then finally, we got the match we mentioned earlier, Ricky Starks versus Wheeler Yuta.
So I'm going to take it back. It is stories in here.
3 of them.
It's 3 stories. 10 matches, 3 stories. I guess.
3 of them.
I'm saying.
Who's main eventing? It's going to be Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, Zack Sabre Jr.
That match is main eventing. Unless they add something else on Rampage or Collision that's going to be bigger than any of these 10 matches.
Mimi, what match are you looking forward to the most?
Yeah, Mimi, what I know
you doing that on purpose.
No.
You doing that on purpose.
Mimi, you I know you can't wait to see Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega in a 6-man tag match.
With Ibushi.
Golden Elite. Yeah, I don't know. Page and Swerve might main event.
Oh, okay. Ain't Brian Bronson from there too?
Yeah. Danielson and Strickland are both, and Darby Allin, if I'm not mistaken, are all from that area.
It's no way you're headlining over Brian Bronson.
No, I mean to not trying to be funny, but at the very least, Christian Cage versus Darby Allin is a title match that's 2 out of 3 falls. I would imagine that should be on the card higher than
3 falls.
Yes. That probably should be on the card higher than Page for Strickland. But yeah, I don't know. That's Sunday. That's WrestleDream. There's some real rap on there. I'll more than likely watch the Danielson.
We all watching this shit.
I can't wait. I'm gonna try and watch that night at the very least. Shit, might even see some of y'all that night, but we'll talk about that in the near future. God damn, there's not too much more I want to talk about. I don't know if anybody has any feels on the Matt Riddle situation. I kind of just
what Matt Riddle situation?
They bounced him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like it was forever ago, right?
Right. Like it was just like, oh, okay.
Nah, man, we worry about Jade.
Right.
What once the Jade situation happened, everything else kind of got, but because he wasn't in the releases from last week, but
well, it kind of felt like that was the situation only because those little clips that was going to happen because the clips of Dana White not being a big
Dana
fan.
White, yeah.
That's what I was reading. That
but he was doomsday.
Like, man, you mean to tell me this motherfucker can't stop smoking weed?
Well, that was because it was Booker T said that the feeling was that Riddle was kind of like a liability in WWE for whatever was going on. I mean, whatever the situation was over the years. But when you then link up with Endeavor and you have again like the Dana White situation and Bill Apter saying that he's kind of been a liability for longer than being in the WWE. The thought is that when everybody clicked up, they took stock of who was there and said, maybe we need to
get your ass out of here. We smoke weed, but we don't smoke weed like this.
Right.
Get him out of here. Get his bitch ass out of here.
We don't smoke weed like this. Is funny. And then I saw people talking about maybe he might be going to AEW, or there's conversation about him being
okay.
Would you want to do, like, if you were Tony Khan, is that what you'd be trying to do?
Yes, he will.
Yeah.
Yes, he will.
You know what? I'm
will.
sorry. Let me take that back.
He absolutely will.
He may. Stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened. What? He is taking him. RK Bro.
Well, I mean, again,
and that's his name too. So
I'm only bringing it up because of but like the Jeff Hardy situation is very recent, and he was just having issues in WWE.
But they go there, and they can do whatever they want.
I would
immediately.
I would really hope, like my hope would be that whatever's going on with Matt Riddle, he's taking care of that first and foremost before trying to do anything else.
Nigga, they hired Jeff Hardy after he rolled out the ring and left.
Nah, facts.
Look at wrestling. Less wrestling is art. Look at wrestling is art.
That's crazy.
That's right, Mills. They hired Jeff Hardy and put dude rags.
Oh, do I have that image?
They put dude rags.
What that was for Main Man's page. I don't know if that was an AEW thing specifically.
It don't. Why are you out here doing this? Why you out here in dude rags?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's his people.
That's right. That's right. You said it.
This shit is out of control, dog.
That's who he's with, though. I mean, that's what happens, right? Like you do storylines with the Hardy Boys.
Yo, he is moaning.
This is not what should be happening.
He was moaning on the ground at the Hardy compound.
Yeah. Do I have that video still?
Don't you play that shit.
Do I have that video still?
Don't play that shit.
Why? It happened. People have to understand where the stuff comes from. Like at a certain point, there's a reason why everybody like they probably, what's that thing you got on your head? Because he's probably wearing a do-rag every time he's not.
I'm positive they know.
Matt Hardy knew what a do-rag. Jeff Hardy, I can see. Right. Matt Hardy knew it.
They know. I know they know.
So you mean they take the cinematic match after this? After that, Wait, one more time. After that,
I don't like that. I'm leaving.
after that, Isaiah Cassidy was like, "Yo, y'all should be on my vlog with some do-rags on."
He was moaning in that man's ear.
Right.
He was moaning on top of the damn. He up in the air. That was way up in.
Get Vin out of here.
Okay.
Did somebody call
shit.
me? It's crazy. I heard somebody call. Get him out of here.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. That may be it.
No, that's it. We have lost many a friend.
Imaginary playmates.
Trey Miguel and his people are good.
Imaginary playmates. Imaginary playmates.
Piece the bodega should. Shouts for the super chat in the building. Hold on, let me get the applause going. Thank you so much. Super chat is always on. If you rocking live, we'll give to the super chat. We'll always salute you. Right? We'll always appreciate you. Help us.
Yeah, a lot of them, right? A lot of them.
Now, so Jesus Christ.
Trey times was a time.
Trey Miguel and his peoples is good.
Oh, I hope so.
Allegedly, yeah. I don't mean to say allegedly. I'm sorry, but hopefully, yeah.
From what I read, it sounded like whatever the situation, because him and his girlfriend, his fiance. They got into it was a hit and run accident. It sounded like it was serious, but then I think I read that they shouts to We Love Wrestling saying they're cool. I believe I read that people were surprised that there weren't any worse injuries coming out of
that's crazy
the situation. Yeah, Ken Lou, it was a hit and run.
Yeah.
Just the other day. I want to say it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Hold up, let me pull this story of it. Trey Miguel and actually DM boys involved in a hit and run accident said they were sent spiraling into a pole.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he said it was a Ford F-150 hit a car that hit them, and that's what sent them into the pool. 10 cars. This was up on the Florida Turnpike. So yeah, somebody was watching over them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for real. No, it was in Florida, Andre. It was in Florida. You guys know a pop group called SB19 from Asia? No, but we international though. Shouts to Teko Malayaki. Remember this comment? The Stark is coming in WWE. Shouts out to Teko.
We international. What time is it?
Over there? It may be more the time. He may have woke up to the Black Rasslin Podcast.
Teko want to be here and we wild racist.
I don't know where Teko is. He said it was an Asian group. I don't know where Teko is. Teko in Cleveland, you said. Foreign exchange student. Nah, I think the only other final thing so this month there's been reports about Edge. The first report was that he was removed from the active roster internally. Now he's been removed from the miscellaneous roster.
What?
Internally.
Wait a second. There's a miscellaneous.
That was what the report I said. I was reading it earlier. I was trying to make sense of it.
Other, they got like Mankind clothes.
Like, because what would that mean?
Other.
That means unimportant.
Yeah, what would you call a miscellaneous superstar? We need somebody for this Subway commercial. You in Cleveland tomorrow? But
imaginary playmate.
I mean, talk about imaginary. Everybody's thought is that he talk about imaginary in a WrestleDream. Is this the question right here? Is Edge going to show up during the Christian Darby Allin match on Sunday?
I hope not. I hope not. It's Edge, dog.
People want that.
What?
Ooh.
People love Edge.
Why? Why do you want that?
Oh, people don't like Edge.
Who wants to see that?
I don't
Y'all,
know.
I don't know if I'm not. It's not y'all. People love this man.
Let me stop coming for Adam.
People love this man.
Let me stop coming for the Copelands.
People love this man.
And who wants to see that?
They wanted to see him be the bloody vampire at WrestleMania. Telling me that in the stands. I'm like, no.
Who said?
Everybody. They wanted that.
Show yourself.
They wanted blood. Where was I? With the media. The media wanted that.
Media been fucked for a while.
Right.
Just being honest.
Yo, keep Edge away, dog.
Please, we don't want that.
What if
Don't want it.
Look at
What-
you. Jesus Christ.
do black people like Edge? That's a good question.
This one don't.
Black people don't like Edge?
I didn't say that. Don't be putting words in my mouth. Media.
Black people don't like the rated R superstar?
Is he rated R?
That was his name.
Mm.
He was about to have sex on TV.
Live sex show.
He took his friend's girl and was about to have sex with her on USA Network.
That's what he took his friend's girl. What kind of a man is that? What kind of
Edge.
integrity do you have?
They said
Yo,
Edge.
every black person in this chat is saying
Down.
Edge.
So it's not black people. Because people like Edge.
Who wants to see him wrestle is the question.
People in AEW. The same people who cheering when Christian's about to wrestle.
Right.
The same people who be cheering when Sting's about to wrestle. People want that stuff. People want that nostalgia. They want to see their old stars coming back.
These people wasn't.
Listen.
They'll
they're not
pay
giving
for it
up
too.
Good clot.
They'll pay for it. Rolling Stones. How much money do you think they made past their prime?
That's different.
No, it's the same.
Nah, that's different.
No, it's the same.
It's different.
How many people were talking about wanting a rock match in Philly?
What I'm saying is who
You can't compare him to The Rock.
you're
Nostalgia, nostalgia, and what people will
talking
pay for is
music.
all I'm talking about.
You're talking music. You don't have to. They can do old music for forever.
Edge wasn't doing
Yeah,
old
he-
music the last 2-3 years.
No, he was just an old nigga making music.
That shit was old music.
No,
I seen that man have an I Quit match. I saw it. They had the microphone and had the Edge. What do you think? No, I don't quit.
That wasn't good either.
You seen it?
But that's old, is what I'm saying. When's the last time you saw an I Quit match?
Don't nobody care. Nobody cared about that one.
That's what I'm saying. It's all old, but people still want to see that stuff. Just like they want to see The Rock, just like they want to see any person that will get a big pop. The Hardy Boys, Kurt Angle. Do I have to keep going on every couple years as somebody that has been through the grind? That should probably just be chilling and being an elder statesman, but they want them in that. Trish Stratus.
Not an elder statesman.
At a certain point,
Oh boy. Oh.
what
Where's
well,
that
then what
mean? Where's that mean?
what should Edge be then?
Home.
Oh.
He should be
Yes.
home.
Yes.
An elder statesman,
Ed should be home.
an ambassador. That's not what's going to happen.
Home, relaxing.
What Meal say earlier?
What him see?
Fat check.
Just because he got the fat check don't mean nobody care.
That nobody cares.
You don't think he would get a major pop in the AEW ring?
No,
Okay.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Okay. Edge?
Hold
Yeah, I
on.
think-
Edge?
First view.
The first day he comes, I don't know if he can use that music, but whatever music, he makes that Cliff. Because I don't know if he could be Edge.
Yo, Cliff is crazy.
I don't know what his name could be.
Cliff
name
is fucking
Cliff.
crazy.
But when the crowd sees this
Cliff.
face
This is my question.
walk into the ring, that pop is going to be
Second
enormous.
Pop. or second appearance, or just for second appearance, I'll give you first appearance. Everybody's going, oh my God, he actually came. Second appearance, absolutely not.
You don't think so?
It ain't worth it.
You don't think so?
Nobody cares.
Edge may be one of the Wedge is funny.
Wedge.
Edge may be one of the last quote unquote stars, like somebody with a name. He's done TV
Cliff
shows and
is his
stuff.
new name.
He did sci-fi shows. Cliff is his new name.
That's what he need to go do, right?
Yeah, do that shit somewhere else.
You had, I guess the question, the assumption has to be that he got all of the pro wrestling album that he wanted to in this last run.
Cal
If he feels like there's nothing else to do, then maybe we'll get that. But
Cal named him Cliff. I'm calling him Cliff.
And on that note, yeah, I think it's time to
Let's get the fuck out of here.
to wrap it up. And you know what it is. End of the show. Chat, please get involved as well. Where are my beats? There's only one question I have to ask. Mimi, you got a Black Rasslin of the Week?
Of course you do.
Who is it?
Her new fucking fave.
Jade Cargill. She made wrestling media. She broke the internet. She broke it. Okay?
Owned it.
The biggest, the most impactful announcement for a Black woman in this industry, Jade Cargill.
Indeed.
Period.
It's factual.
You got
Shit, I'm right behind Mimi. Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill. Yeah, I think to be on the right side of things, and also I don't want Jade Cargill to yoke me up. That shit look like it hoarded.
Yeah, all the muscles is for something.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's got to be Jade Cargill. Jury's still out on when we're going to see Jade do anything on WWE TV. It could be this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Elimination Chamber. It could be Perth, Australia. Anyway, I don't know. We got to get the hell out of here. Mimi, where can people find you on the social medias?
Y'all know where to find me because I know you're going to find me after you hear what I had to say earlier. Come through.
Jesus Christ. Don't follow me. on no social media platform.
On nobody. So at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is a website, but as always, you can find Black Rasslin on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Google your favorite podcast. We should be there. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin, where you can pay the $1 to pay the 10 to get content like this, but it's more crazier because we get to do all types of stuff we can't do here. Shouts out to everybody who is over on the Patreon. Every Thursday, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, youtube.com/Black Rasslin. We'll give you 5 mics of podcasting excellence, insight, and entertainment, wrestling flavor, podding, peace to brother fam. You already know the vibe. Mimi, Math, love y'all.
Ken Lou, stop it.
Peace to the chat. Y'all was rowdy today. Gas station chicken of the week is funny. Royal Farm win it every time. Yeah, shouts to the chat. Peace to the patrons. Y'all may get a message tomorrow or Saturday. We'll see. But yeah, keep a lookout for your inbox. If you subscribe to the Patreon, paying the $1 or paying the 10. We just got to figure something out. I think that's it for this week. You got something? Nothing? Well, as always, Brother New Jack, please
take us out of here.
Take us out of here.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to